Hello, it's Andy. Very predictably, we're back at the West End for a walkie-talkie. Let's go. See that building there with the white and the yellow kind of tinted windows? That was where I was born, incidentally, and also probably most of us actually. That place only closed about 10 years ago and formed part of the Queen Elizabeth Joke Hospital. Some people name that hospital the Death Star for some reason. Don't know why. Deaths or something. Anyway, we're back on topic with the walkie-talkie, and we're talking about the Goths that used to hang about Glasgow Central. As a general way of saying, Goths used to hang about Glasgow Central on a Friday, Saturday and sometimes Sunday for quite a long time. Like, there was evidence of him as far back as 30 years ago when Goths weren't just using Glasgow Central as a place to keep dry and warm. They were using Glasgow Central as a retail place, a place to actually conduct some shopping, conduct some fast food eating. They were never any particular problem. There were actually no problem altogether. But for some odd, bizarre reason, Network Rail and BDP suddenly shot to this mental conclusion that Goths were causing trouble in Central. They weren't. So what they did was, in about 2010, roughly, when I was doing a course nearby Central, oddly enough, they flushed out the Goths. Every single one of them. Goths got threatened, even with remand, if they didn't get moving out of Central. But what happens to Goth people are going to be getting the train to, e.g. Kilmarnock, Barhead or whatever? Well, they were told to move very quickly through the station and onto a train, or they would be arrested. And BTB itself doesn't really have particular strength in arresting people. They always need to be followed up by Police Scotland. But yeah, very damn quickly, the Goths were no more. The Goths had to have somewhere to go. Driving like a dickhead, but that's fine. Yeah, so the Goths did eventually choose their own next place to go, and that was the Goma, Queen Street in Glasgow, not the railway station. For some odd reason, Network Rail and Transport Police took a level headed out on the Goths, and it was pretty abruptly obvious, right? So there we have it. And in a new place, I would say a new place to hang about is actually quite a lot better, to be fair. It was actually quite a lot better. When the Goma is shut, they hang about. They've got a roof over their head. They've got food locations nearby them, shopping locations like the Tesco, and if they gather during the day, they've even got Goth clothing shops. So it actually worked out better. So you'd think, because Goths got kicked at a central station, you'd think other people demographics would be kicked out as well. Nope, 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 nope. That's not quite what happened. The Neds, the junkies, they were given pride of place and position in Central Station. And the Neds can be quite loud, they can be abusive, they can be threatening. The junkies could be equally threatening. They can be very intimidating, and they are allowed to stay where they are. There was an occasion where, I was coming through Central Station with a suitcase, and I was needing to get to Glasgow Queen Street without bloody dislocating my arm or causing myself an injury or stress, right? I took the 398 bus, and that is the Gordon Street entrance. And yeah, there were junkies, even jagging. I seen one jagging under the Gordon Street entrance, and they all had asked me for spare change for a bus, whatever that means, right? I'm assuming that must be like currency or something, but yeah, I felt a bit a bit on threat, a bit on edge, and the police seen the junkies doing this. They had not a solitary word to say about it. So, in other YouTube videos I've said in the past, right? Don't trust the police. The police are not your friends. The emergency services actually hate you. Yes. Aye, and I'm not. This is no better. This is the fire brigade. You see what happened in Leeds. You seen the police's response in Leeds. The ambulance. A lot of people, as I said before, don't like the ambulance because back in the 80s, 90s, etc., when people were wheeled into the back of an ambulance, that was them never to be seen or heard of, and eventually be heard about residing in some kind of lunatic asylum. That is what happened. It is. But it's a shame not to see Glasgow Central, because they actually provided, they actually made the place look colourful and engaging, where Central isn't a situation now where you just literally go through the entrance at Gordon Street and you move like the wind all the way up to your platform. Maybe if you're going to London, it's platform 1. And also interesting, like, just to kind of to kind of round things over. In Central Station, main part of Central Station, you have loads of choice for food, drink, or even alcohol options. Now, near enough every option that I mentioned as above has closed, and with weird big white boards over the doors and windows. I generally have no idea what's going on there, but one thing I can certainly say with candour is there was a plan to open up a Wetherspoons up at the top where the old lift building was. That's came to nothing. It's not like Wetherspoons is pulled out or anything, it's just like the plan just died on its arse for some reason. That would have been great. Getting some food, getting some drink, getting yourself ready for potentially a 400 or 500 mile journey on a train, because the onboard catering facilities at AWC aren't exactly that brilliant and mighty expensive. I'm not dissing, I'm just stating facts. The food and drink on board one brand of train is very, very costly. Anyway, about 10 minutes have gone now and I've got everything out what I was going to say. So with that all said and done, I love you all and I'll catch you later. And make sure you wear your Slipknot t-shirt as you walk through Glasgow Central. Catch you later.